The Davis administration today setting out its priorities and choices in a national budget that the Prime Minister says will steer the country in a new direction and position it to withstand and overcome the many current challenges. We have team coverage beginning with our Fern Carey, who crunches the numbers.
The country seeing an increase in revenue collections during the first 9 months of the fiscal year 2021-2022, with Minister of Finance, Prime Minister the Honorable Philip Davis, indicating in his budget communication in the House of Assembly Wednesday that revenue increased during that period by $617.6 million or 50.2% to $1,847.3 million as compared to the previous year, reflecting improvements in international trade receipts and VAT, property tax and immigration fee collections.
I am pleased to report that based on current projections, we anticipate revenue collections for the full fiscal year to total $2,455.1 million. This equates to $208.6 million above the revenue targets established in 2020.
While the public debt on interest payments widened, reflecting elevated levels of borrowing since the onset of the pandemic, subsidies to public non-financial corporations, and the increase of pensions and gratuities to public servants due to cost of living adjustments, the country also saw a reduction in the budget deficit.
Government net debt increased over the 9 months by $677.4 million, resulting in a total direct charge or direct claims on government at the end of March 2022 of just over $10.5 billion, or 87.5% of GDP. This represents a significant decline from the position at the end of June 2021. Debt was at 101% of GDP, and now we are at 87.5%.
The Prime Minister also provided more insight on government spending.
Total recurrent expenditure will settle at an estimated $2,731.7 million, and capital expenditure at $230.6 million.
The Prime Minister also highlighted some $56 million in unpaid claims to Bahamians, and he promised that the matter is being addressed.
Balances include $56.7 million owed on insurance for the public servants. Wow. $45 million in arrears owed to Water and Sewage Corporation to settle balances to vendors. We will bring to this House amendments to the Public Financial Management Act that will help to address these challenges.
The Prime Minister also highlighted unsettled claims to Bahamians with outstanding balances at $56.7 million owed. He noted that legislation will be put in place to ensure increased fiscal discipline for future governments. Fern Carey, ZNS Network News.
Western Air introduces new jet flight services between Nassau and Fort Lauderdale. You heard right. Western Air is now flying between Nassau and Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Whether you're flying for business, shopping, or taking the family on a quick getaway, Western Air is at your service. Less flight time, more you time. You bring your family, you bring your crew, and we'll bring ours. Western Air, we'll take you there. Now jetting to Fort Lauderdale, Florida.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Fort Lauderdale.